Fine, everything fine.
Okay, we're live. If I can't tell how many people are watching, if you are watching, please type a hi so I'll know if there's anyone watching. Guys, if you don't know me, I'm Anisha. I'm one of the admins in the women's only group, the Karnataka people in the UK diaspora group. Um, and really, this call was set up to create awareness of women entrepreneurs in our group. That's the purpose. So really, this is an opportunity to for them to showcase their journey, their business, the products and services they may be selling or trading in. And I'm just an office goer. I have absolutely no experience, talking like this or podcasting. Please bear with me. If you can do a better job, please take over. We're all really happy to give you that chance, but otherwise, please bear with me. Today, we have a special guest, Aditi Sharma. Aditi is an astrologer and a life coach, but I won't say more because I'd like to hear more from her. I've spoken to her yesterday and she has had a very interesting journey. Let's hear from Aditi. Aditi, can you please tell us a bit about yourself? Where are you from?
Hi, Anisha. Thanks for introducing me. And it's fine. It's your first time, but you're doing good, incredibly good. So, my name is Aditi Sharma, and I'm a life coach and astrologer and spiritual friend. As that's what that was say about myself. So, I was actually born in small town from Punjab in India. I had a lot of time I spent in Bangalore, 5 to 6 years.
So you're eligible for ILR in Bangalore.
Yeah, so I love that city. I love that city a lot. So basically, by profession I was a IT engineer. I am still IT engineer. But my life journey with astrology and my as a life coach started after I've gone through incident of losing my parents. So once I lost my parents, there when I started to question about why we have suffering, why we have death, and why we are here. And coincidentally, that was the time I met one of my friends. He was a PhD in Vedic astrology, and he were able to predict the death date of my parents. So
Okay.
that's the time which opened my eyes. Like I started questioning, like, do we have our life is already planned? Do we have our death date decided?
Yeah.
And you know how how you make a chart. You make a chart on the basis of the day you are born, the time you are born, and the place you are born.
Yeah.
So the time you are born is your journey is already been written. So then what's in your hand? So I started questioning myself, and then that's how the journey started. And then I was started connecting to many people who was going through some suffering, who need a lot of empathy. So I started learning astrology from there. Like I don't have a particular teacher or guru, but I started observing people. I started seeing charts, and then from last couple of years, actually 4 years, I started learning professionally. And sometimes what happens is seeing someone and understanding their characteristic, understanding what they are going through. I started to predict what dasha they are going through, what combination they might have. So it's quite interesting to be in this line. And I must say that the most of your life's prediction can be done with astrology. The problem is not astrology, the problem is astrologers who can't able to predict. So I'm not criticizing them. What I'm saying is it's a study, it's a deep study. Not everyone can go to that depth and understand, because after all we are human being, and there are some blessed people, I would say, who are able to predict that. So that's how my journey started and still going on. And yeah, so Anisha, I met Anisha, and then we thought, why not to have a podcast on this and let's discuss about it.
Uh, Aditi, if you don't mind, if it's not too personal, or if you're okay sharing, I wanted to ask, when did your parents pass away? And I know you came to the UK all alone. If you tell us a bit more, because I know it's not easy.
Yeah, so it's 2016 July was the one when my mom expired, and 2017 January when my dad expired. It's just 6 months of span of time, but my friend was able to predict the dates when they're going to have the last date on this earth.
And how
And
did you did father pass away soon after mom, or
within 6 months.
within 6 months? Oh my god. Okay, that's like back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Okay, you have siblings?
Yeah, yeah, I have a younger siblings. Both my siblings are younger. I'm the elder one. So I was with them when they were on deathbed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was 30, 32 that time. And then I started going on, suddenly I started going to some spiritual like spiritual gurus like Ravi Shankar and many spiritual organization. I started visiting because internally I was going through a lot of questions like why we are here, who am I? So that question was like it still hits me, but many things I found out during this course of journey.
I completely understand that sort of seeking. It comes only with such events. I completely understand. I had something similar. And can I ask? I'm happy that you're in the UK and I can talk to you like this. But can I ask, what made you think of UK? Why? And tell us a bit more.
I think Anisha, it was meant to happen, but the thing was was encouraging me to come here was, I would not lie, honestly, was a financial reason.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I've been under 2 to 3 loans, pressure of 2 to 3 loans because of my parents left in a like my mom was only 50 and my dad was near about 60. So it was shocking, like unplanned. They didn't thought about it. So there was not much savings we had some loans. So I had a pressure to get rid of those loans, and I really wanted to come outside India and earn it as early as possible so that that pressure goes off from my life. But once I came here from through my company, and I came by all alone, not knowing a single person here, starting to grow here, meeting different type of people. The learning I had when I was in India and here, right, irrespective of religion, irrespective of region, irrespective of your culture, everyone is seeking same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Unknowingly or unknowingly, we are seeking the same thing.
We
Yeah.
all are looking for same thing. So they say now there are many ways to open your mind, and one of the ways to travel and go to different places,
Yeah.
and that has really opened my mind, and this really helped me, made me more calmer and more grounded.
Vivek, I can't see Aditi anymore. Okay. Aditi, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Uh, Suddenly I could just see the Global Indians icon fully. So I was a bit confused. And I wanted to ask you about the life coach part. I know you did some certifications for that as well. Like, I didn't even know such things exist. Please tell us more.
So basically, Anisha, I was unprofessionally or unintentionally, I was helping people to heal their wounds. So either it's a relationship issues or it was losing the loved ones. Somehow people were reaching out to me, and somehow I was my journey was taking me to those people who are suffering in some reason. I myself has gone through that, so I had a lot of empathy for those people. So, and I used to get a feedback like you are good with people, Aditi, you're good with people. And I also used to feel like, whenever I'm with people and I'm helping them, and I'm if anyway anyone is happy because of my presence, it really gives me a intense happiness. So then I started searching what can I do professionally. so that I can, professionally also help. Like I should have some certification, and then I did a life coach. I'm a certified life coach from Pure Coaching Academy, London, and they told me that your niche is a relationship, and especially who goes through breakup or divorce and who goes lose their loved ones. So you know how to bounce back from there. So
Okay.
you can help people from there. And then I wanted to be a combination of a Eastern and Western culture. Like Eastern, they both has some way to
Yeah.
help people. Like life coach is a way in a Western world, and Eastern world provides you astrology, Reiki, many other ways to heal people. So I want a both combination in me so that I can, give a full fledged solution to people. So there where it all intersected and worked for me well.
That's beautiful. I I admire that because I also remember thinking, if I become an astrologer, people will come to me with just their problems, and how do I deal with that? I have my own, but you are kind of going towards it, and you want to help people. So that's something really great. um,
Believe me, Anisha, when you start helping people, you will keep forgetting your own problems. You
okay,
will
I'll keep that in mind.
you will feel like my problems are much smaller than the suffering people are going through. So
Okay.
this helps.
That's nice. At this point, I really want to check if we have people watching. Guys, can you like maybe say hi? I just want to know if we can communicate so that in case we ask any questions and you can respond, or if you have questions, we can respond. Uh, Please type anything, just maybe hi, a question, anything. While the questions are coming through, uh, okay, nothing yet. But can I ask a general question to the viewers, guys? How much of astrology do you know? Do you just like to hear the predictions, or do you have some knowledge? Please let us know anything. Okay. While they are answering that, I wanted to ask you, Aditi, which school of astrology do you follow? Like, I know there are different schools. Please tell me which schools and which one do you follow?
So Anisha, I do Vedic astrology and KP astrology both, and
Okay.
I have an idea of Gemini astrology as well, but that's the initial stage. But the Vedic and KP astrology are two schools which I follow. If you want to know the difference,
Yeah.
so KP is a Krishnamurti Padati, and Vedic astrology is the astrology which are based on the Vedic system. So, Krishnamurti Padati is more based on nakshatra based. Yep, and Vedic astrology is on more on how the planets and rashis are.
Okay.
So, just to highlight that how KP astrology came into existence, because the people had some basic questions of like if a twins are born, why
Mm-hmm.
they are not seen.
Okay.
If the astrology says that you will have a same chart, then why twins life are different? So there Krishnamurti who came up with KP astrology really wanted to go into the depth and understand that why this happens. So he found out that even a one sometimes it happens is even a 1 minute of difference when you are born change your nakshatra lord.
Okay. Yeah.
So the change of nakshatra lord is sometimes change how the predictions will be.
So, uh, it's because one Rashi can have multiple nakshatras,
Yeah,
KP astrology can be more precise.
can be more precise.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
But we have one case study when we were studying. There was a twin whose life journey was almost same, going into same college, going into same doing the same work with a span of 2 3 days difference of getting the education or getting the job, and they died as well with the span of 1 day. with the accident.
Oh, there are no more.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we had that case study when we were doing KP astrology. Like they have a difference of 2-3 minutes, but their nakshatra lord was not changing.
okay.
Like
So if people, maybe some of our viewers, they may know their date of birth but not the time. So for them, KP cannot help. They should go to Vedic. Is that how it is?
no, so we can do a BTR. BTR is birth time rectification. So with some of the events in your life, like maybe marriage or education or having your children, on the if you have those dates, we can do a birth time rectification. We can find the time of your birth,
Okay.
and that is the way we can see through Vedic astrology and KP both. These both things go hand by hand. We cannot only one school is perfect. We always see every chart with both the ways.
Okay. And I wanted to start asking about what kind of things you can predict with astrology, like the future, the past, appearance, medical astrology. And I recently got to know about something called astrocartography, which considers the place and everything. Um, where do we start? Do we take a sample chart and then break away to different areas, or shall we?
Yeah, we can take some charts.
Okay.
Before I think Girish wants to, can I speak his name?
Yeah. Hi, Aditi. Hi, Anisha.
Hi, Girish.
You're doing a great job, you know. And Aditi, thank you. After 25 years, I'm hearing about KP methodology. I've
Nice.
read KP's books. I used to have a senior who used to, guide me on this 25 years back. But Anisha, KP used to predict the name of the person who would be visiting him at what time
Yeah.
every day. He was that much
Oh,
precise.
wow. Like, I had no idea.
It
So,
is so scientific, it's so difficult to understand. But hats off to you, Aditi, if you're able to understand and practice that methodology. I really want to meet you and then understand
Yeah.
more about this.
Girish, to predict if you have ordered an Amazon delivery, what time the delivery will come. We can come to the 10-15 minutes in a day when the delivery can come.
wow. This
So
Yeah,
is crazy.
So the issues I said you is astrologer, not astrology. So KP can predict that.
Okay.
But if it is a
Okay.
human error, manual error of you, I accept, because Giri said it's actually a very tough to know the KP. But if you get many manual error, then you lose the whole case. But if you are precise about your calculation, you can predict what time someone will come to your house, someone any to your place, anything. So that precise is KP. Yeah, thanks Girish for bringing out those things.
yeah, and
Girish, sir.
also, I don't remember, but KP used to say, if you have a loan, there's a way, a time and date, and on that specific moment when you start repaying a little bit, you'll be able to redeem that loan entire in its entirety. That's the kind of precision he used to say in his books.
Yep.
Wow. Girish, sir, are you also an astrologer? Have you learned it or?
I used to, it was a passion 25 years back, right?
Oh,
Yeah, hi Anisha, hi Aditi. It's Chetana, your Girish wife.
hi, ma'am.
Once our daughter born, within half an hour he made the kundli and came. He wanted 9 letters, so he kept Aishwarya.
Oh,
He was
oh,
following his guru a lot, but he's now no more anyway. So we are missing him, but yeah, we found Aditi now.
please participate in this conversation. I'm so delighted that you both have joined. It's really nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
Aditi, I think, probably, if you, Anisha, if Aditi can share any tips in general life, which, others can also apply, that will be really useful, because the situation is going to be more tougher for everyone here in UK. I think, any tips on overcoming these challenges, that Aditi can share, that will be really helpful for everyone.
Sir, are you asking because of the Saturn transit or just like that?
Yeah, and I think that is one. But generally, the economy is not doing well, and then the prices are going up. Everybody is having
Okay.
more challenges. So, any suggestions or guidance by Aditi which will help them overcome these kind of challenges, that really would, I think, probably help everyone.
Yeah, so Girish, thanks for bringing that up. So the Saturn had transit to Pisces on 29th of March, and we are discussing astrology on 5th of April, not even a week after that. So basically, till 18th May, there is some crucial time for the whole world because many planets are in Pisces. Pisces is also for foreign, and Rahu and Saturn is in Pisces, which is Pishach Yog, we say, is creating some issue. And you see every day, if you see the news, you will understand how US market is doing because 12th house is expenditure house as well. So it is restricting the expenditure of people. So when it restrict the expenditure, that means you are not going to get a lot of money to spend. So that's what happening. You see how US markets are going up and down, and it is, you can see the impact in last 2 3 days after Saturn had transit to Pisces. So if anyone say astrology doesn't work, should see this, that's how it works. So now after 18th May, Rahu will go, all other planets will go. It's only Saturn who is in 12th house. So, but I don't believe in the concept or fear monger and making people afraid of anything. The way COVID has not affected everyone in similar way, this is not going to affect the whole world in a similar way. We have some critical time till May, but after that, it all depends how your chart will be, how the Saturn is transit from which house, which dasha is going on, how is your chart, whole chart is all together. So nothing to be worried about this thing. But whenever Saturn has transited from Pisces and gone into Saturn in Aries after 2 years, which is a debilitated Rashi, countries has become self-sufficient. So US has always challenged during this time when you go back and see, and all other country has started becoming self-sufficient. So any challenge brings a lot of other good things after this. So COVID has introduced the work from home concept, which we thought will never happen, and people become more conscious about their health. So not much worried, but yeah, it depends, Girish. I can see your chart and can tell you like how it will be for you in next 2.5 years, this transit.
Thank you, Aditi.
The tip I can give you, one tip is, so the KN Rao sir, and he was the one who was the like big name in astrology. He said the biggest remedy of this world is to read Vishnu Sehasranam. So that is the biggest remedy. If you can't do any remedy about any planet, just read Vishnu Sehasranam every day. You will see change in your life for sure.
I just wanted to ask, adding related to this topic. So, as a follower of astrology, I've seen multiple astrologers making videos about the Saturn transit. But like you also said a few minutes back, that Saturn enters Aries, it's debilitated state. I thought that may be worse. Why is everybody worrying about it now? So, I want to know: is it going to be worse 2.5 years later?
So basically, what I said, Anisha, Saturn sows seed in 2 years. So when just in your chart, whenever Saturn goes from first house to second house, whenever it is in first house transit, it prepares you for second house. It always keep sowing seed for that. So now Saturn is in the last Rashi, like 12th Pisces, and will be going into Aries after 2 years. But how the world will look will be more or less be planned by Saturn. So whenever Saturn was transiting from Capricorn, Capricorn is a Rashi of your work. So it changed the how the way the work culture will be. People have no idea about work from home, and Saturn changed it. So now the how you are spending the money will be changed. How you are moving in foreign will be changed. Isolation, spirituality. People, because Pisces also spirituality. People will have more interest towards this, and it will sow the seed to how it will perform when it goes to Aries. That is a first Rashi, and then move to first Rashi. So if we are feeling that there is an economic slowdown, this is predicted economic slowdown, but it will help us when it go to Saturn in Aries, how we can become self-sufficient.
Mm,
And it is also been said that whenever Saturn go in Aries, it starts some war.
okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's why I said there's no fear mongering. This is not going to affect the whole world in exactly
Okay.
same way. Amazon has done a really good job in COVID. So COVID was not bad for everyone.
Yeah, that is true.
So it depends on person to person. Even someone predicting only on the basis of Rashi, like how it will be in Aries, Taurus is also not the same thing. There are not only 12 type of people who is going to have a similar consequences. No. So it has a lot to do your dasha, mahadasha, your chart, how your chart is, how your journey is, how your spiritual journey is. If your journey says this is the time to enjoy all your luxury of your life, no one in this world, any Saturn, any transit, anything can change that.
Um, I
And if
think,
your journey is to, go through some process of suffering, your process of understanding the lack, the best transit of Saturn will also make you go through that.
okay. Wow. I think Saturn and Rahu are the most feared planets. I don't know if they like do good things also, but I know I'm afraid of both of them.
Saturn is gives you according to your karma. That's why
Okay.
people are worried about it. Because
Okay.
people are worried for their karma. And it is a strict teacher.
Yeah.
We were always worried about our principal. But
Yeah.
when we see back, we see that the principal wanted us to be disciplined, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the only reason. So Saturn, when Saturn Dasha, so in Kal Push Kundli, Saturn represent 10th and 11th house. So 10th is your status and 11 is your earning. How come
Oh,
this
oh,
can
oh,
be a bad, right?
oh, okay.
Only thing is it's a strict principle. And
Hmm.
so we are worried about strict principle.
Maybe now can we take like a sample chart and we can look at different areas of astrology uh, with using that as a reference and
And Anisha, can I ask one question? I
yeah.
think probably Aditi might have covered. Aditi, how did you come across this KP methodology? Was it in your friend or somebody who you was practicing?
So basically, I wanted to know a different. Like I also had the same question. Like when there is a difference, especially in the case of twins, like when there is a difference of time, I can see their Vedic chart is exactly same, but their life journey is different, right? So there is something which just minute change is changing your journey. Although I got the answer that Vedic astrology has D3, D30 and D60 charts, which goes to minute level also. But then that's I wanted to know more about KP, because KP has some a detailed level of understanding. Even in KP, your chart change.
Yeah.
You know that, right, Girish? It changed. The placement of planet also changed. So anything in 10th house come to 9th house, anything now come,
Yeah.
because it is working on the base of degree.
Yeah. So how did you come across KP methodology, or did somebody was practicing it, or?
Yeah. So one of my friend who predicted my parents' death also was practicing this, and then he suggested me some teacher who helped me to understand. And he's a very good teacher. He taught it really well, and we had some real time scenarios as well where we were predicting the matches. So we were predicting who will win in the match, the India South Africa match, and the many match. 18% of it was going right. But the 20 which were lacking, we analyzed and understand like we we as a people were doing manual error.
So your parents, you told he predicted it was before or after he told that one for you.
Before, told before only.
Your friend told before your parents passed away, right? Oh dear.
So what happened is when my mom was hospitalized, I was curious to know. I know he can predict well. I was curious to know whether she will be fine or not because she had last stage cancer. So he didn't directly told me. So there is a rule in astrology where you are not supposed to predict the death date, right? So he didn't directly told me, but he said 2nd July is the date. If she cross 2nd July, she will be fine. But she knows that 2nd July is last date for her. But he didn't directly told me that. So she died on 2nd July morning. She expired. So that is the way I asked him that, do you know this date? He said, I knew this date, but I don't want to tell you. But I told you this date. I said, yeah, you told me this date.
Yeah.
So, and after 6 months, when my dad also got, he also had last stage cancer. So, unfortunately, this happened within 6 months. So, because we didn't have the exact time for my dad, so I asked him that time. So, I was, after going through one incident, I was actually mentally prepared now. So, I asked him, then he gave me a week, like 25th January, 29th January 2027 is not good days for him. So he got, and my dad expired 29 January.
So sorry.
So, but that has opened my eye. Like, do we have our death dates already planned? Like, then why we are worrying? Is everything planned?
Yeah.
Why we are anxious? What can the only thing what I understand is, yeah, prarabdha is in your, not in your hand. That fifth house signify your prarabdha, which you are carrying from your last birth. But reaction to any event is in your hand for sure, because we see people with having a major issues in their life, incidents, and they are more calmer than the people. Especially nowadays, I see people coming to me and they are anxious and about not getting promotions. And I see people going through really really bad time. I always give the example of one woman called Sunita Krishnan. You can go and search. She was raped when the age of 15 in Hyderabad. You know what she do now? She has her own NGO where she saves sex slaves, and she was thrown out by her family also after it. So she is very content, happy, and calmer. I follow her on Instagram. So is it a promotion a worse thing, or this a worse thing? So it's not the incident coming in your life. It is how you are reacting to it. So it is so much more important for us to be spiritual in this world, so that we get that contentment in life. Like, we should understand we are soul in a journey where we are, every day is a learning. No one is hurting you. People are powerless. It's just you has to go through this experience for some learning. It's easy to forgive people when you think like this. It's easy to move on. So these all understanding I got after these incidents, and it's easy now for me to forgive people and move on. Like, thank you for whatever, because it was supposed to happen.
Yeah. True. Yeah,
So
thank you, Aditi. I'm sorry, Anisha, you have wanted something else, but I asked this question.
No, no, that's all right. Actually, this is a really good question. We went deeper, and this is really nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, Aditi, would you like to bring up the chart? So,
yeah, I was actually trying to share the screen. I'll what I can do is,
what I requested Aditi to do was yesterday that I said maybe please bring up a sample chart and walk us through some of the predictions, a celebrity chart. and if she walks us through those predictions, we can delve into different areas of astrology based on that chart. So it's easier to have a visual reference. That's why. And would anybody like to guess whose chart we are bringing up?
Um,
Aishwarya Rai.
I can't share my screen. That is the issue. Wait.
Oh,
There should be a present button at the bottom, I think.
Yeah, that I saw, but it's saying to share your screen, allow screen recording for Chrome in system preferences. You will then need to restart Chrome. I can't restart the Chrome.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you open screen? I will tell you. Shall,
yeah,
shall we take Princess Diana's case?
yeah, yeah.
Or can you go on Astro Stage, Astro Sage?
Can you
Princess
see my
Diana?
screen?
No, I can't see. Yeah, now we can see.
Astro Sage. Okay.
Go on Google. Just go on Google.
Yeah.
Don't do.
Astro.
Go on Google. Don't just go to Google.
Okay.
Go write Princess Diana. Yeah, Astro Stage. Go to second one, not this one. Second one. Second one.
Second one.
Go down. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see this chart, right?
It
Go
doesn't show
only.
her Navansh actually.
Yeah. Go down. I'll show you how. Go down.
Yeah.
Search. See Kundalini in Astro Stage Cloud.
Oh.
Go now. Birth chart first. Go up. Go up. Yeah. Click. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So you see her first house, debilitated Jupiter across this year. Okay. And Saturn Moon conjunction. Saturn Moon conjunction is called wish joke. So whenever you have Saturn Moon conjunction, so Moon is your mind. Saturn is any type of pressure, or any type of discipline, or any type of pressure, I would say, on you. So Saturn Moon conjunction, your mind is always pressured. Your mind is always stressed.
Okay.
Yeah. And this trauma you carry mostly from mother, because Moon is also a significance of mother. Yeah.
Mm.
So if you know, her mother left her when she was quite small. If you know her, if you know her journey.
Mm.
So she had a trauma of her mother leaving her, and debilitated Jupiter means Jupiter is a significance of the marriage function which happens in women's life. But Mars signifies your husband. Mars is also in the eighth house,
Mm.
afflicted by Rahu. So she is not getting a good marriage.
Mm.
And seventh house Lord Moon is also afflicted by Saturn. So
Uh,
she had immense stress about her marriage. She was carrying a trauma of her mother leaving her. But how she was a very beautiful woman, a
yeah.
good placement of Venus in Taurus.
So that I wanted to ask you. I thought the first house where Saturn, Moon, and Jupiter are sitting. That's like the lagna. Like
That's also your lagna. That signify your lagna. But see, one good thing about lagna is 10 is a Capricorn Rashi. Saturn is its own house. She was a serious personality. She has a serious face. But the beauty is given to her by Venus. Venus in Taurus is a gives you become a beautiful human being, not only looks. You
Mm.
are in and out a very good human being.
Okay. I thought if the Moon was sitting alone, I would believe that you know how she's so beautiful, but
Yeah, Moon
because
also.
it's sitting with Saturn and Jupiter, I'm surprised that she's such a beautiful person, like
She,
appearance wise.
she is a beautiful person with Jupiter and Moon, but she is a serious person also with Saturn.
Okay.
I
Wow.
have seen someone in Saturn in first house, a very serious person, but a beautiful person.
Okay.
So she was a beautiful person, and see her eighth house. Rahu and Mars both are afflicted, malefic planet. And
Mm.
when she had, if I'm not wrong, when she had a dasha of Rahu or antardasha of Rahu, she has met with an accident. So eighth house is your accidents.
Oh God. Okay.
All psychological trauma is eighth house. So that is the time she has went through the accident. So this is how you can see from her chart that, what all incidents she has gone through, but a lot of money, good status in her life is also shown. Like Saturn has a good placement in its own Rashi, and Venus signifies your luxury. It's a very good placement for Venus. Now, how you use a Navmash chart with Lagan chart is, if you go to Navmash chart, you see Venus is in Capricorn, which is a first house for Lagan chart. So that
Mhm.
also signifies like Venus is coming to the first Navmash of Lagan chart, which also signified she will be beautiful and she will have lot of luxury in her life.
Mhm.
Now, see, eighth house, second house, say Kul Deepak in Hindi, we say. If you have a good second house, it makes you Kul Deepak, means it makes you very, like, you make your family proud. But eighth house, if eighth house is so prominent in your chart, you will be a prominent person in generation to generation to come. So you can be one of the person in your generation.
Actually, I forgot to mention, just for the viewers who may not know which is the eighth house, I just want to tell them that, the triangle where 5 and RA and MA is written, that's the eighth house. Only in case anybody doesn't know. Um,
So you tell how to go to eighth house, go from 10, how to calculate. So first house is where the Rashi 10 is there. Second house is when 11 Rashi is there. Third is 12. Fourth is 1. Fifth is Venus is there. Sixth is 3 Rashi is there. Seventh is fourth Rashi and eighth is fifth Rashi. Right?
okay. Yeah.
I think the
Uh,
South Indian chart would be easier for us, I think.
oh, yeah, the style, I don't know how to change it. Actually, Aditi, do you ever use the South Indian chart?
Yeah, I use so in KP they use South Indian chart more than
Okay,
North
great,
Indian chart.
great.
So we can
Uh,
take that, like, we have limited time. We can have another session and where we can discuss about charts in North Indian, South Indian, both way.
okay.
If anyone has any other question, we can take that question.
Actually, I realized that some of the people are not able to make comments. I just checked WhatsApp and I don't know how to fix it, unfortunately.
Like
Um,
some reason the comment section YouTube is disabled.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Initially, I had joined on YouTube, but then since I couldn't type anything, so I joined back on the StreamYard link. Yeah, and Aditi, you want to share anything about Kala Sarpa dosha, Rahu Ketu placement, and
Kal Sarpa, don't go with the dosha so much. Kal Sarpa dosh, what when happens is when all your planets are in the trap of Rahu and Ketu. So why it is called a problem is, Girish, see, Rahu Ketu is a shadow planet. It's not a reality. So it's in your mind. It's a north node and south node for moon. So that is all in your mind. You are creating scenarios in your mind. So if your all planets are in the trap of your mind, how will be your life? Because mind is always changing, moon is always changing, right? Some days a full moon, some days it's not a full moon. So basically that's why you have issues in your life.
yeah.
So, just for my clarification and the viewers' clarification, you mean when, let us say, this chart, it would have had Kal Sarpdosh if Jupiter, Saturn, Moon would have been in one of these houses, like on one side of Rahu and Ketu, right? Is that
Yeah, so basically second house is Ketu, eighth house is Rahu. If
Rahu? Okay.
all the planets are from second to eight, then it's
Okay.
under the trap of Rahu and Ketu.
So all of them should have been on one side of them, like
Because this side
in.
or that side, but there is no planet going out of Rahu and Ketu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
And I think, just to add to that, there's, based on which houses Rahu and Ketu are sitting, there's different types of Kal Sarpdosh. Like
Yeah.
one is Vasuki Kal Sarpdosh, and another is Anant Kal Sarpdosh, etc. I don't remember what each one means, but I just know there are different types.
So what BPHS says, the biggest remedy other than Vishnu Sahasranam you can do is, the only planet or only thing which is consistent every day is sun, right? Whatever happens, is it war, is it COVID, anything, sun comes at specific time every day. Now, if you want in your life some consistency every day, you want to achieve something in your life professionally, you need to be consistent, not even professionally, in your relationship as well. You have to be consistently putting efforts to that. So if you want to uh, acquire anything in professional life, the biggest remedy is, if 40 days you do every day Surya Namaskar. If you worship Surya, if you worship Sun every day for 40 days, you will see change in your life.
Okay. Wow. Okay. 40
See,
days. Okay.
yeah,
Aditi, one more question. What do you say about Sade Sat?
Sade Sati. So, do you know Narendra Modi become Prime Minister in Sade Sati?
Is it?
Oh
Okay.
my God. I, I thought it
So,
only brings troubles.
so that's something. It does not always bring troubles. It brings a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. Trump also became president in Sade Sati. Sade Sati is not fully bad, I would say. It brings a lot of responsibility in your life. Now, how much stamina do you have, willpower to take it? So it has a lot to do which is Mahadasha is going on in your life. Suppose your Mahadasha is good and you are going through Sadesati, it may not affect you the way it should, but it might affect. So I know people who were going through Rahu Mahadasha and their Rahu was not placed well, and Sadesati both. They had intense struggle in their life. Like there were so many things. Sadesati might takes everything from you. Everything. Relationship, money, health, everything, but it makes you the person who, after Saraswati you ask a person how was it, and he will say, now I can take anything in this world because I have seen so much. You see, Modi saying like, what else, I have seen so much now. What else will come in my life, right? So how you perform your karmas during that time is very very important. It will ask you, like in Gita it's written, are you in the dharma or are you in adharma, right? So righteousness or not righteousness is that time, because it shows you the true colors of people around you. And if your mahadasha is good, you might get that in a very mild way. But if your mahadasha is not good, it is going to show you the truth.
So I wanted to say that I know someone who had Sun Mahadasha and
Hmm.
they were undergoing Sadisati. So they had a very tough time because, Sun and Saturn, they don't really get along. It was a
It depends how sun is, where sun is placed in his chart. People
okay.
people get high position in sun.
They had a debilitated sun. Sun was an Anuradha.
So he might have a major issue in his relationship.
Yeah, yeah,
The sun is habitated in seventh Rashi, Libra. Libra is the significance of relationship. He might have gone through a really bad time in relationship.
yeah, yeah. They did.
So we can see by this only. So someone having a good placement of sun might get a very good position in job where he has to work very hard in that sadhasati. So it depends. See, the whole prediction will change.
I think nobody's able to ask us questions. So even if we want to open up the forum for questions, we can't do it. Um, but Varsha has just joined us. I think. Varsha, do you have any questions?
Hey everyone. Nothing in particular, but just curious to know all these things that they say. Don't get certain things at home at this time, like why you should get on Sunday or Saturday, and all these other things that you shouldn't get to home on certain days. Is it Is it real? Does it make sense? Should we follow those stuff? Just wanted to know.
So, Varsha, what I have learned is there are some days when your nakshatra is not favorable to you, right? There are some nakshatra according to your chart, which is called enemy nakshatra for you or good nakshatra for you. It is different for every chart. So, some nakshatras are so it's your birth nakshatra. You will notice one thing. Many people you might have heard that they died near to their birth date. Have you noticed this?
Mm, not
Because
something, yeah. No.
so the birth nakshatra is a very vulnerable nakshatra for us. So that way there are some nakshatra which is very auspicious for you, and there are some nakshatra where it's not good to bring something new in your life. But having a day like Sunday, Saturday, Monday and not doing some things is not what I believe, and I have not read in any shastra.
Okay. Like
But
salt, you shouldn't like finish the salt at home and all these things.
Even
Luck,
I've heard
unluck.
that
Yeah.
you shouldn't bring oil into the house on a Saturday because then Shani will come to your house or something like
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
no, nothing like that.
Okay.
Suppose you ask for a delivery from Tesco and that person say I'm delivering on Saturday. So what you will do? So I don't believe in this much superstitious, and I haven't read in any book or any scripture I can confirm you. And it
Okay.
depends also, like if your chart has a very good Saturn, and Saturn is also signifies salt, so that can also be issue. But I have to see your chart. I cannot say that as a general remedy.
Okay. Okay.
I think Kaushik had some questions he was not able to ask in the comment section. Would you like to go now?
I think it
You're
was,
mute.
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you now.
And I just had one doubt with regarding the freedom of speech and why is it a big scene when it comes to commenting anything these days, ma'am? Why do people get caught like Ranveer Allahabadia and all that stuff?
Very good question, Kaushik. So 12th house, Shani, Saturn is going in 12th house.
Mm-hmm.
And 12th house is also a way to communicate. It's 12th house is a foreign, and 12th house is also uh, it's echoing. The voice is echoing. So basically, it was already been discussed that all the social media will be restricted with all the fake people will not able to be popular the way it used to be. You are on mute, Kaushik.
Ma'am, so he is okay. Okay, I get it. I get it. And I'm a
And
Mithuna.
you will see content who are making a content, and it's not a reliable stable content, people dancing on road.
Mhm. And what about fake tarot card readers?
Everyone, you will see everyone is not getting, they are going to go out of market very soon. People who have real content will be becoming famous. People will going to become more smarter now,
Okay, okay,
where to consume, what to consume.
okay.
So why Alavadi was not, he was, Alavadi scene, his Saturn Dasha started last month.
Oh, oh,
Oh, okay, okay.
oh.
So can he
Okay.
give a return? Can he return back in the market, or do you think
He's
it's
already
good?
no, he made a video yesterday. Did you
I
see?
mean that. Okay, will he have the same respect, ma'am, going
No,
forward?
only if he has the maturity.
Okay,
Saturn wants to be mature. Yeah.
okay.
The day his Saturn Mahadasha started, within 1 week he was being blamed everywhere. Saturn will give you blame in first 3 years. You will be blamed like anything. You will be questioned like anything. You have to become a mature person,
Mm-hmm.
disciplined, mature. Rahu, if you are, your content is based on Rahu.
Mm-hmm.
Rahu, illusion world.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Number 4.
Yeah, these two
Yes.
and a half years you going to be in a problem.
Yeah.
You have to
Okay.
be mature, stable, bring something which is really useful.
Okay. Ma'am, one last question.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a Mithuna Rashi, Punarvasu Nakshatra, and a third Pada. Third Padam, and no, like the different languages, so we pronounce it differently.
Wow, multilingual. Yeah, it happens. Gemini.
Y-
Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So, is it a good time for me to get into like mainstream like social media or something? Like,
Yeah, that's why you. That's why I'm saying the content should be well reverse content. You should know
Mhm.
depth of this.
Oh, data, stats, analytics, backing with
You
facts.
should know depth of it.
Okay,
Otherwise, you will be questioned.
okay, okay.
Will you
Got it.
able to take that question? If you are
Okay,
if you are a Gemini, you might be very good in talking. People are
exactly. Yes,
people
ma'am.
are impressed with the way you talk, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Girls, you can impress anyway with your talking,
But
flirting.
I haven't impressed anyone as of now. I don't know why.
But I'm sure they're telling you are very good flirting skills.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have good speaking and narrating. Yeah, I get it, ma'am. That's all. That's all. Thank you. Thank you. Like,
If anybody else has a question, please come and ask. If you can't comment, well, I'm not sure if anyone will, but Aditi, I had like a few topics and we never got to go through those things. Uh, I, I think I wanted to touch on the death, the violent death that Diana went through, and also maybe you already covered her marriage part very briefly. I just wanted to ask because everyone is, we have a dating and matrimony group also, and the whole world is after marriage. So, what makes things click for somebody and what makes things go so bad for someone?
I think if you see Diana's chart, do you see malefic planet in her eighth house? Rahu and Mars,
Yeah, yeah,
violent death.
yeah.
If you have
Oh,
a good planet like Jupiter, Moon, Venus, so your death can be quite a peaceful death. Also, how is your eighth lord been placed? If your eighth lord is also been aspected by good planets, if your eighth lord is good, you will have a comparatively good death.
okay. So the triangle where 5 is written and Rahu and Mars is placed, if benefic planets are placed, then death could be peaceful. Okay.
Or if you don't have any planet, if your eighth lord is being aspected by good planets like Jupiter, Venus, then
Okay.
also you will have a comparatively peaceful death.
Okay. I think since we're running out of time, it would be great if you could maybe share your contact details so that if people want a consultation, they can come to you. Uh, Maybe this chat or in the WhatsApp group, anything. How do you prefer people coming to you really? Like via WhatsApp messages or?
I can share my contact number and my website both, and Instagram account as well, so anyone can reach me any way.
Okay. Is it okay if I share this across
Yeah,
multiple groups?
yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
So,
I'll share with you all the details, Anisha.
okay. Everyone else who's been listening to us, thank you so much. Please give us feedback. Like, we wouldn't know what may have gone wrong because our heads are running on how to keep the conversation going. Um, please give us feedback. You can always drop me a message on WhatsApp. Let us know if you want another session with Aditi. If you want to showcase your astrological skills, or please, anything. Um, Aditi, actually, I can go on talking, but we're out of time, and I know you haven't had your dinner, so
No, that's it was nice talking to you. This was my dinner. It's a fruitful discussion. I love to have this discussion. Anyone
so
wanted to
nice.
have, I'm happy to have those discussion. Thank you so much, Anisha. And you
Um,
are being a very good host.
Thank you. I'll try harder next time, actually. Um, I hope you would like to speak to me again like this, and I'll be more relaxed. Thank you so much, Aditi. I learned a lot today. Uh,
Thank you so much, Anisha.
talk talk to you soon. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.